Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video called First Time You Realized America Really Messed You Up. This type of videos, this compilation videos always scare me because there's always so many things. I can't believe those things are real, but I am a little cautious. I'm scared, but let's check it out and comment, like, and subscribe.
If you're an American currently living abroad, what is one time that made you realize that America really messed you up?
So I'm an American and I live in Norway right now.
Okay.
And one time I was going to help my friend with this project that she had, and this girl was still in high school. And so she was like, yeah, just come to my high school. You can help me out, yada, yada, yada. I was like, great. Where do I have to sign in when I get there? Do I need to wear a visitor's badge? Who do I talk to? What should I tell the front desk lady?
Privacy?
She was like, what are you talking about?
You can
just
get
walk in and I'll meet you at my classroom.
Can you do that?
My mind was blown. I was like, I can just walk into your school?
Is that legal?
Like, no. Aren't they going to call the police?
Correct.
Aren't they going to send out an intruder alert? Like, I can't just walk into your high school and just walk straight to your classroom. No. Then I realized just how messed up it is that American high schoolers are like security prisons.
And that's for a person,
This
but
is just from studying abroad in the UK. We were at a public train station, and you had to pay to use the bathroom, and I had never seen that before.
Culture
and it was
shock.
like, oh my god, that's like messed up, right? They were like, yeah, but we don't pay for healthcare or college.
Well, yeah, joke's on you.
Stop yelling!
So when I was a teenager, I went out of the country one time to go on vacation to the Bahamas, and we were staying at this resort, and shit happened. I caught a virus that was going around the resort.
Oh, okay.
And then I had an allergic reaction to the virus, and I couldn't really breathe. But the on-site paramedic had already left for the day, so the hotel concierge took us to the hospital in his van and just told us to call when we were ready to head back. So we go to the hospital, I get treated, and as we're leaving, my mom tries to give them her insurance card, and she's telling them, like, I'm so sorry, we've never been out of the country before, I don't know how to do this. They told her, like, oh no, you just keep that, we don't take insurance here. And the look on my mom's face was terrified, like, oh my god, we're gonna have to sell our house, terrified. This was when they realized we were Americans, and they were like, oh no, don't panic, you must be American, we have universal health care here, you just need to pick up your medicine in the lobby, you're fine. The medicine was $8, and they gave me a note to give to the airline to get back into my own country.
Okay,
no comment.
I love this question. I actually don't live abroad right now, but I spent basically most of my 20s living abroad, and for 6 of those years I was living in the UK, and in my first like professional job, you could say there, this one time I got really sick and I was feeling really unwell, and I was like, I had 5 weeks of leave, and I really had assumed that must have been like my sick and my vacation time, like in one, because 5 weeks is like so much time relative to American standards. And I was really sick, and I was like, and then I was like, but honestly, I don't want to use up my sick time. And my boss was like, what are you talking about? Like, if you're sick, like, you're just sick. And I was like, but I only have, like, I don't want to use my time. And she was like, no, like, you're just sick. And I was like, wait, holy shit, really?
What a concept.
In the UK, I still live there, so I've got a ton of these. Probably the first that comes to mind is when, first year, I realized I was picking my seats in lectures about where I could be protected in case someone came in and started shooting.
Oh my god.
And I brought it up with my group of friends, which had Americans, non-Americans, and all my American friends were like, oh yeah, I'm also terrified of someone coming in and taking us out in a mass shooting. And of course, none of all of the non-Americans were like,
looking at you like you're insane.
Like, never been worried about that. And yeah, they shouldn't be.
How nice would it be?
Did y'all know that in other countries, they can go to the pharmacy and actually get what they need? I live in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia right now, and I went to the pharmacist and I was like, hi, I think I kind of have like a UTI. Like, do you have any pain medicine, any cranberry? And she's like, why don't I just give you antibiotic? And I was like,
wow.
Then I go back and I'm like, hi, I'm going to South Africa next week, like on safari, like any good, mosquito repellent? And she's like, girl, you want anti-malarials? And then I get bold with it, right? I go in there, on another occasion, and I'm like,
this is so weird.
I'm back, you know. I'm waiting for my birth control like to come from the US. Like it's taken a while, prescriptions and doctors and all that. And she literally threw the birth control at me. Amazing.
That's crazy to me because I think there are certain things that you definitely do need prescriptions. So what?
So I have a really embarrassing one. It was my first time getting pulled over by a German police officer. When the cop walked to my vehicle, I was like, why'd you pull me over? Geez, I can't get a break anywhere I go. Is it because I'm black? Then the police officer looked at me very calmly and was like, bro, in Germany, we do random traffic stops. Not only that, he also educated me on everything you need in a vehicle for a random traffic stop. After that, he didn't even do the random traffic stop. He just walked away and said, have a nice day. Very respectful. After he left, I just sat there dumbfounded and I was like, wow, in America, I'm so used to getting pulled over for being black for no reason. And it really changed my whole attitude
for no reason.
Police officers out here in Germany.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so super ignorant moment for me that I definitely learned from.
Well, it wasn't ignorant.
Right then, that's your repeat medication all sorted. Oh, great. Now you're nearly 25, so you should probably come back in soon to get a cervical screening test. Oh, sure. And here's some info about IUDs since you were asking about those. Okay, and what's like a ballpark for how much all this costs?
Oh, this is gonna
like 500, 1,000 pounds. It's free.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Well, besides wanting to get under a desk every time I hear like a bang noise,
what is that?
I had no idea what that was before I moved to Australia.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still
I'm
in the dark.
an American living in Canada here since 2007. When I went to school, my schools had security guards.
Yeah.
They don't have that in my son's school. My son does not have a security guard.
Oh, of course.
Like
they're so free.
We used, like, they used to break up fights. We used to have police called, and I mean,
wow, that's crazy.
God,
not all
they don't
schools
have that
like
here,
that.
and it's very reassuring that the difference of violence in
that's definitely
schools
true.
here is uncomparable to the United States.
Yeah,
and I wish it was better. I wish it was different.
Yeah, who doesn't?
For everyone back home.
So I spent about 4 years in Berlin, Germany, working in advertising, and coming from New York, where my first 8 years in the industry, I just, you don't take vacation. You just don't really do that.
Yeah.
Well, I had to have a sit down with the CEO of my company and the head of HR, where they took my laptop and took my work phone and told me I could not come back to the office for 3 weeks because I had to use my vacation time.
I would think you're getting fired.
They were afraid that I was going to sue the company for not being allowed to take my vacation time. So they made sure that I literally could not work. Imagine that happening in the US. Someone literally taking your computer and your work phone away and say, go, come back in 3 weeks, enjoy your vacation. Honestly, Europe has a lot going for it that I wish Americans would understand.
Yeah.
So I've been living in Italy for about 11 years now, 12 years.
That's a real long time.
And I moved here to be with my husband. And in the US, I got my tubes tied after my third child and decided I didn't want any more, but he didn't have any, so we decided to do IVF, and I got pregnant with twins. At 13 weeks, I lost one.
Oh, that's so sad.
Once I lost that child, they considered me a high-risk pregnancy.
Yeah.
And took me off work from that moment on until 3 months after she was born, and I was paid 100% of my check.
Wow.
100% of my check.
I thought they lowered it.
Until she was 1, I got to come home 2 hours a day to breastfeed her.
Well, that's so
100%
nice.
paid.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, kids, this one's for me. This one is for me. I'm literally about to go to sleep right now, but I saw this and I have to respond right now. So much so that this might become a series. So, part 1. I lived in Galway, Ireland for a year, all of 2020. Yes, all of 2020. I come from the backwoods of Wisconsin, where shooting squirrels off of your trees is a fun afternoon activity.
Oh my god.
Fireworks rarely happen in Ireland. It was Halloween night. I heard pops in the sky. My first reaction was, who's shooting? Obviously, no one was shooting a gun. My neighbors were celebrating Samhain, the Irish tradition of Halloween. Come back for part 2. I have so much more to tell you. Bye.
So I started my new job in Netherlands. This was 3 years ago, and I was going through the company policy the first week. And I got to the section about leave, and they have a holiday leave, like PTO, and then they had sick leave in 2 different areas. And I was reading about sick leave, and I turned to my coworker, and I was like, I don't understand. Like, it talks about like the requirements for sick leave and like doctor notes, like after 3 days, but how many sick days do we get a year? And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, how many are there? It doesn't say. She's like,
yeah, sure.
It's just, if you're sick, you're out. I'm like, I don't understand. She's like, it's unlimited. It's just if you're sick,
it's unlimited.
You take a sick day.
Oh, okay.
She was confused. I was shocked. There's a moment I realized
I'm confused as well.
In America and how we deal with people being sick with work.
Yeah, you don't have a time machine. Well, yeah, that's really funny because I think that you would think that's the logical thing. Oh yeah, if you're sick, nobody knows. Hey, I'm going to get sick for about, I don't know, 5 days in March. It's okay. Nobody obviously, I don't know. Nobody knows, but it's really funny because I think my reaction, I didn't know. I don't. He mentioned it was the Netherlands, but I don't know if that's the case in all countries. But I think usually you get a certain amount of if you get sick days. I think if you're lucky, because not everyone gets them. If you're so lucky as to get sick days, I think there's always a cap. You can only get, I don't know how many, 8 days a year, 10 days. I don't know how much, but I think there's always a cap in how many sick days you can have. So, of course, if I think about this, it doesn't really make sense, right? It's, coming, I think from, it's true. It's, I don't know, you're sick. Take the day off. If you woke up sick, just do not come here. You're going to affect the whole office, which, yeah, sure, I get it. But I didn't know that you didn't have to just unlimited. Okay, so if you get sick a couple of times a year, you can just take them off and it's okay, it's fine. That's to me, I don't know, that seems crazy to me. So I am with him of you. Well, okay, my mind is a little what, but I think if you really do think about it, it makes all the sense because again, who knows which if I'm going to be sick this year, it's okay. I'll let you know. The other, I think the one that really did shocked me to my very core was a girl in, I think it was Ethiopia. I think she was, I don't know, there's a lot of weird things happening. I don't know if it's just, again, if it's that country in general, or if that's other countries do this. Again, I know other countries in Africa do this, or other countries in Europe. I don't know. But I think the whole concept, I think because I get it, a lot of over-the-counter medicine is just like, yeah, I get it. It's over-the-counter for a reason. They're safe, well, safer. I don't think you're not going to get, the chances, I think, of getting an overdose or having something bad happen to you with, over-the-counter things are limited. Let's put it that way. So, of course, you're getting cough syrup or, I don't know, just, so Tylenol, whatever. Those are over-the-counter things. But when it comes to a more, I think serious types of medicine, as in antibiotics, I think that's a really important thing. I think she mentioned anti-malaria medication, which I do not know, but I would think that's also, you need a doctor's note, you need a prescription that lets you know, yeah, you have malaria, and this is how you get rid of it. Or even, I think birth control also, you can't just willy-nilly just take birth control just because, you need, well, after a certain point, I think women start, you gotta know what you're doing, but I think, again, you just need, you need to go to the doctor. They need to, they need to do some blood work. They need to tell you, hey, yeah, this is your prescription to let you know. I know, because I think they have to know how's your body to actually, to see if they can handle this type of medicine, which I know it's kind of silly. It's just birth control or anti-malaria, but I know anti-malaria one, that sounds serious, but I don't know, I guess the birth control, I think, again, they need to check on your hormones to see which one are you going to need, and you need periodical checkups and stuff. And the antibiotics, it's the same. You can't just take antibiotics just because, oh, I think I have an infection. Yeah, but you don't actually know this until, you get some tests done and a doctor checks you out and goes, yeah, you actually do have an infection. Because one thing, some people, again, you can't abuse, I think, specifically with antibiotics. That's really bad. And I know there's a growing concern because that's an actual thing that happens. People, because humans were taking antibiotics every time they got sick without actually needing them. They had viruses, for instance. They didn't really need it. They didn't have infections. And they started abusing, I think, antibiotics, and now there's a bunch of bacteria that are resistant to antibiotics, so we don't know how to kill them, which is bad. Obviously, it's a growing concern because, you know, it affects us all. Whether or not you were taking antibiotics when you didn't need them. So that one's really the most surprising about this whole video, this compilation video, because I would assume, no, again, for something that's really not that serious, why would you need, that's ridiculous, why would I need a prescription? That other things, as in birth control or antibiotics or even anti-malaria medication that I don't really know, but I guess they need to check if you really do have malaria. I don't know if there are other things that I don't know, because that's I think anti-malaria means you already have it or you're trying to prevent it. I don't know. I don't know how it works, but whatever it is, I think you need to go to a doctor and they'll let you know what exactly you need. So I'm so shocked that apparently in Ethiopia, they just give you this and you just go, hey, I think I have an infection, and I don't know, because I get it. How do they know? Because obviously with antibiotics, not all of them are created equal. So you have to know if you have I don't know, if it's the infection, you have a lung thing, or you have a, what other thing, there's so many infections, I don't know. But again, the type of medicine that you're getting, it's supposed to be, I don't know, they'll have to check on what exactly is the problem to combat it. You can't just go, give me antibiotics and be okay, but what exactly? That's a really wide term. I need to know exactly what you have in order to tell you, hey, yeah, you have to take this. So that's crazy. I don't know, again, if it's just all Africa, if it's just in this particular, maybe not in all Ethiopia, it's not really like that. Maybe it's just specifically in the city in which she's located. But that's, I think, the most shocking part about this. That's crazy to me because that doesn't seem right. It's what? And the second, I think, shock to me was the ones, and it was two of them, I think, yeah, one or two. They mentioned, I think, in high schools and schools, they don't have security guards. You can just sort of, well, the one with the security guards, apparently they do not have security guards, which I think, how do they keep it? I don't know, it's just weird to me how the concept of, okay, so no one's there, the school is just sort of open. And even weirder to me, I can maybe make the case, I can sort of get that one. But the one of, no, you just go to my high school, you just go to my school and that's it. It's, wait, a person, an adult cannot just walk into a high school or a school without, teachers, the principal, I don't know, people going, who on earth is this person? And do you go here? Because especially they're seeing an adult, it's not a kid. So what? It's a stranger. How are they letting strangers just get into high schools? That's really weird to me. I think it was Norway. I think that was the country. Again, I do not know if that's just Norway. I don't know if it's all through Europe, but that's such a weird concept to me. You need, maybe, I don't know, it's not even that extreme, but maybe you need to check it. You need to go to the office and say, hey, I'm this person. I don't know, why am I here? You need to state your purpose. You can't just go to a high school or to a school just because, I don't know, it's weird. So I'm with all of them. I think that's just very strange. I think I would feel, if I were in Norway, I think I would have to, if I go to high school, I don't know, if I've ever gone to high school in Norway, or maybe if I had a child going to school there, I don't think I would be comfortable. No, I need security. What do you mean any stranger can just walk in? And I guess maybe it's because maybe there's fewer people there. I don't know. Maybe they're small villages or something. I don't know. It's just weird. You never know. There's so many things that could go wrong that I'm just thinking, I don't know. I just want a safety measure. I don't know. Not everyone's intentions are good. I need to know what people are doing with, I don't know, when there's children or just underage people in general. I don't know. It's just weird. Why would an unrelated adult be here? It's weird that they just let anyone in. I think it's just very, very strange. Even for you, I think I bet for that woman felt really strange just walking into a high school without, I don't know, letting anyone know. It just sort of, I'm here. It's what? That's so strange. Don't you need to check on me or something? It's really weird. But of course, I think most of the common ones are the shooting ones, which I think are just really are super sad. To be honest, I think it's just it reflects obviously. But it's really sad. I think the concept of just hearing and listening loud bangs and you just hear, oh my God, it's a shooting. It's obviously that's really, really sad. And of course, I think other people in other countries, they're not really thinking about this. They're just, it's a loud noise. It's, oh, how nice does it feel to not be traumatized? I don't know. It's sort of, oh yeah, what a concept. You can live in safety. And of course, the others about free healthcare. Oh, you get free healthcare. How nice would it be not to go to a hospital in an emergency and not having to worry about, hey, do you take insurance? What is it? What's that going to cost me? You know, again, how nice. Maybe someday the US can really can be like that. We can only hope. But that was it for today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.